What's up everybody, this is your boy CBR Punk, back at it again with another video. I'm just going for a ride right now. I'm actually going to see my girlfriend for lunch. Today I'm actually on my 2007 Honda CBR. Those of you who don't know what the Honda CBR is, it's a beautiful bike. That's all I have to say. So like I said, I'm just going to see my girlfriend right now for lunch. Popo. Alright, let's slow down because there is Popo up here. Okay. Last time I did a video, I actually did a video about the top 5 things beginners should know. I'm actually going to be doing... Motherfucker, what are you doing? I'm actually going to be doing a video about Grums, about 2017 Honda Grum, rather you should buy it or not. Give a little review after driving it for 3 years. But one of the reasons why I thought I'd do this video is just because I'm going for a ride, so I thought I would talk a little bit too about myself to kind of introduce you guys to me as a person. I never really talked too much about myself when I did do some videos. So I thought, okay, let me do a little vlog video where I'm actually talking about myself and who I am and where I came from. Easier said than done, to make it at least interesting. So basically, yeah, to give you guys a little rundown about myself. So originally, I am from Pennsylvania. That's not interesting to you guys because what the fuck is Pennsylvania? Oh, that's right, that's that place where the White House is. No, Pennsylvania is actually a state in the United States, believe it or not. Some people don't know this. Again, believe that or not. So yeah, Pennsylvania is a state up north and on the East Coast. It's just kind of above Washington DC and below New York, but beside New Jersey, but not New Jersey because we don't want to be New Jersey. So, that's where this whole thing comes into play. How did I end up in California? Well, that's a long story. But basically how it all started was one day I was interested in moving to Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. I just, I was born in Pennsylvania, raised there, country music was my thing. That's where I was gonna go, right? And I was like 15 at the time. So I always told my mom when to move. So one day, my mom got tired of living in Pennsylvania, and she said, why not? Let's move to Tennessee. But, let's buy an RV. We'll live in the RV for a while over there until we find an establishment where we want to live. Either buy a piece of property, put the RV on it, whatever it might be. That was our plan. Well, that kind of got blown out of the water halfway through when all suddenly my mom said, you know what? We have an RV, why don't we travel and see the United States? And I was like, you know what? That sounds like a decent idea. Let's do it, right? Let's check out. Why would you go like that and then just butt in front of me? Anyway, I was like, yeah, sure. Let's go check it out. Let's do that. Let's travel. Let's see the United States. Let's see what the America has to offer. Maybe we'll find somewhere else we'd rather live. Okay, so, make this story short. We traveled all around the United States for about 3 years in an RV, just me and my mom. My brother already moved out, married, had his own house, all that good stuff. It was just me and my mom. So we moved to this part, we went all around the country. We lived in Texas for a while, got my license there. I finished school in Texas, moved through different states. I worked at Amazon for a little bit in Texas, came to California, started a life here. I started working for Amazon again here, and I don't know, the thing led to another. I liked it here. I wanted to stay in California. This is where we stayed. We stopped here. This was our stopping ground. I made a lot of cool friends. That's where I learned to ride motorcycle. I got my girlfriend here. I met my girlfriend here. That's like, basically everything happened here in Cali for me. So it was just like a good place for me to stop, right? I met the girl who I wanted to spend my life with. And I was like, you know what? This is where I want to stop. So California is my stopping ground. So again, make a long story short, that's how I ended up here. Back to like my childhood, I wouldn't necessarily say I was poor or not poor or bad off or anything like that. I would just say I was okay. That's all I'll say. I was raised by a single mother, but you know, we were comfortable. We always lived pretty comfortable for the most part. And so with that being said, that's pretty much my full life. Right now I'm currently still here in Cali, like I said, and I just fucking love California. It's also a great state to live if you are a motorcyclist. Lane splitting is a beautiful gift that California grants us, which, if you guys are not from California, lane splitting is basically when you can go between the cars when there's heavy traffic. Some people use it too good, some people use it crazy. I like to use it for good because I don't see no point in driving like a fucking dumbass and dying. But that's me. That's just 100% me. That's not every Californian. Basically, when I stopped here in California too, my friend taught me how to ride motorcycles. So I just expressed the interest in it one day to him, and he was riding for about like, that time I think it was like 8 years. And I was like, yeah, you know, hey, I'm really interested. He said, oh, no worries, I have a 2017 Honda Grum. You want to come on over and, you know, I'll teach you. It's a really low cc bike, not a lot of horsepower, you'll be fine. I was like, yeah, sure. So the first couple times, you know, obviously I never drove a manual transmission before. I mean, I did off and on, but never like on the road and type shit. Mostly I was driving, I always drove automatic, so that was new to me, and I never drove a motorcycle a day in my life. So he taught me how to drive a little bit. That's where I learned and picked up what I picked up. So yeah, so basically, you know, he invited me over to learn. I went over and, you know, learned how to ride. He taught me how to drive the motorcycle. And, you know, like I said, at first the clutch was the biggest thing for me. I had trouble with the clutch. And other than that, I didn't have trouble with too much of anything else. You know, it's like riding a bicycle. Just with power and that you don't pedal. And then he, I remember he just kind of shortly kept taking me like on little rides here and there, and you know, I was nervous. Really the biggest thing that scared the shit out of me was stalling at a light, because people in California are as impatient as fuck. Like I am. But anyway, so yeah, so that's one of the reasons why. And yeah, I mean, just before you knew it, dude, before you knew it, guys, I was riding. Like, I was just riding. I don't know where the lines blurred or what happened or when I actually just, you know, started driving, but I did. And I remember I went to take a safety course, because here in California, you cannot drive a motorcycle. You cannot drive a motorcycle until you're 21, or you have to take a safety course. You can't even get your permit. So I remember I went for that, and I failed my test. I actually failed my test the first time of riding on the safety test, because I didn't really have experience on riding. The clutch was weird to me. Everything was just, I just wasn't ready, I don't think. I passed the written, but I failed the writing. So, my smart person decided, you know what, fuck this. I can take it again. I'm going to take it again, but I'm going to go get a bike and ride. How the hell else am I going to learn? And that ended up working in my favor, to be honest with you guys. It ended up working 100% in my favor. And it worked so much in my favor that I actually went back and passed my exam. And now look at me now.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh, I'm getting paper.
Here I am with a bigger bike and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, I'll give you guys a little more detail into that story then, but basically that's what happened. Fuck, let me just stop this right here. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut it off here because I like having my private time with my lady. And then we will go ahead and talk some more, maybe on the ride back. Alrighty fam. don't like rules. Fuck rules. So let's go. Woo! That's the power of a CBR, baby. Going home now. Okay, so what I was at, I was actually talking about how I started riding motorcycles. So, I was always interested in it, honestly, to ride. I really was. I was always wanting to do it. I was just kind of curious about what it was like. And my brother used to ride motorcycle when I was a kid. Like, I was probably like 13 or 14 when he got his motorcycle for the first time. And he took me for a ride on it, but it didn't necessarily go well because I was younger and I didn't quite understand the concept of like turning on a motorcycle. So I was probably like, he said I sometimes would lean the opposite way. I'm not sure. So to get rid of the long story here with that, that was like my first experience on a motorcycle. But my brother crashed. He crashed in a motorcycle accident. So because that sort of happened, I was always kind of like, it was kind of like a sort of a no-no to get a motorcycle. For me, let's go this way. So yeah, it was sort of a no-no for me to get a motorcycle. Not within the sense that my mom was like, no, don't get one. But after so many years of like, after a while though, it just became like, we didn't really care anymore. And to give you an idea too of how bad that motorcycle accident was, my brother actually, he ended up losing a toe. He was out of work for I think about a year. So it wasn't a great thing, right? His girlfriend was actually on the back, and she actually fell too in the motorcycle accident, and she broke her, I think she did something to her ankle. I can't remember if she broke it or what, but she did something. My brother, he actually broke his knee, he broke foot, like his foot was all smashed up, and he actually ended up losing a toe. Yeah, so basically that's all of the kind of stuff that happened with him. You know, motorcycle wasn't necessarily in our vocabulary, but I wanted to drive a motorcycle because since I was traveling, I was to so many different states. I seen so many cool places that'd be really interesting to ride a motorcycle on, and I just was kind of curious to ride a motorcycle. But I never really had the opportunity to learn and, you know, of how to ride one. So shortly after I got here, I watched this thing, well, you guys might know it, Norman Reedus Rides from The Walking Dead, right? And it inspired me so much, I was like, you know what, I could buy one. Like, I have the money, I could buy a motorcycle. But I never did it. But I was really inspired by it because I really wanted to. And then one day I met my friend. So he actually is the one who eventually showed me about it, right? He showed me about how to ride, taught me how to ride. I told you guys that already. And it was just like, whoa. So that's actually how I ended up learning to ride a motorcycle, and that's what actually got me intrigued. I mean, for me, I think it's interesting how that all went down. And then, you know, as far as like how I met my girlfriend and things, that's another whole interesting story. So basically what happened with that was one day I was working at Amazon and I saw her for the first time and I was like, oh, she seems really cute and cool, right? So I didn't know much about her or anything like that, and then one day we started talking because we were actually working next to each other. We were in different departments at Amazon, so those of you who don't know about Amazon, there's different departments. Like there's outbound, people who ship the stuff, and there's ICQA, who basically they count the stuff. So yeah, so there's all those departments, right? So one day I would just happen to be in her department. They trained me to help over there, and I was counting next to her. Started talking to her, long story short, that's how I met her. That's pretty much the story of me Nothing extremely interesting. I would say, I don't think so anyway. I don't know if my story is interesting to you guys or not, honestly. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably end this video right here. I'll probably, you know, go on, maybe tell you guys some more small stories sometime about me, about how my trips were, what it was like, the states I visited, and what it was like for me, and why I chose California, other reasons why I chose California over other states. So yeah, let me just go ahead and cut this video off right now. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If there's something I can do better, I'm always looking to improve. And just let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Later.
Let's go! Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. Go! Really wanna pop me. Go! Just know that you will never pop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky.